everybody. My name is MJ Anyone who missed out on last night, I ran Mario U and Mario Bros. 2, and now this time we're running a much different game this time, which is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX for the Game Boy Color. And today, this time around, I have two wonderful commentators who will be doing a primary commentary. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I am Sapphire, and I use she, her, they, them pronouns. And I am one of those two commentators.
Hello, I'm Phantom here. Just give me a second. I'm just making a donation.
Oh no.
And for everyone out there, this game, Link's Awakening DX, has a donation incentive. It's more of a race, really. Bid war, if you will. Where at some point MChan's going to be able to switch color tunics. You want the red tunic? Make him take red. You want to see blood?
Alright. For anyone who doesn't really know this game very well, this game is, it's very hard for me to talk while doing technical stuff in this game, so these guys are going to be taking over for most of the run. I'll chip in every once in a while, but aside from that, this game is really hard. So if we're good to go, I'm going to go ahead and start in...
Alright, hold up. First of all, can you just right-click in Discord, raise Sapphire's volume by about, like, 5, maybe?
Okay. Alright,
can we just get one more quick sound check?
Yeah, can you talk, Sapphire?
Okay, 1, 2, testing.
Okay, how about 5 more?
Alright, how's that?
Testing again.
Maybe another 5. We're doing it live. We're doing it live on air.
Yeah. Alright.
Let us consider the value of the number 200 here.
Okay, but yeah, seriously, can you still, like, not hear me adequately?
I can hear you just fine.
Maybe it's just your...
Alright, I turned you up to 130%.
Okay, is 130% good?
Go up 10 more.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I can read some donations. We actually had a couple of donations come in. So, sorry. So we have a $30 donation from Leno who says, "Put this towards naming Frog in Chrono Trigger, please. Name him Magus." Wait, can't actually do that. Okay, try Boing. $5 on Red Tunic for Link's Awakening as well.
Leno, my man.
Yeah, and we have a $25 donation from Phantom Matt saying, "You'll be seeing and wearing red if I have anything to say about it. LADX Red Tunic incentive." All right, strong start for Red. Okay.
Who's that guy?
Yeah,
Red seems popular now.
Alright, how's that volume?
Is it good?
Okay, I think we're ready to go.
Okay, perfect.
Have fun.
Okay. Okay.
Sweet, let's do it then.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
What are you doing? Why are you lowering the volume?
Okay, so this is Link's Awakening Deluxe, the Game Boy Color re-release from the original Link's Awakening for the Game Boy. The category is 100%. So in 100%, I have to get all the heart pieces, all the heart containers, I have to get all the items, I have to upgrade everything, I have to beat every single dungeon, I have to get 20 out of 26 seashells, and in this version there are pictures, and I have to get all the pictures, as well as upgrade my tunic and get the level 2 sword. So, yeah, as my commentators did explain, there is a bid war between the tunics, so please get your donations in for the tunics as to what I'm going to wear in about 40 minutes from now. Coming up is a bit of an optimization. It's called Early Sword, where if I hold my shield out, then it extends the hitbox of Link by just a little bit, so I can get the sword a few frames earlier after this cutscene. And then after that, I'm going to be grinding rupees. It's a bit random whether I get the 10 rupees, but I'm going to be doing a trick what's called rupee duping. So I'm going to let my commentators take over what rupee duping is.
Rupee duping is basically Link holding out his shield while collecting a rupee, so that both the hitbox of the shield and Link's own hitbox both hit the rupees, and that makes the game think that Link actually collected 2 rupees, and it makes these first 10 rupees or so super fast.
Alright, great start!
With the sword. Darn, I was hoping for bad RNG this run. This is not a good sign. Oh wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh baby.
Yeah, so this this does happen on a regular basis if you're grinding attempts. It's just the nature of a few different categories of this game. You're gonna be resetting this part a lot when you're grinding attempts. Basically, all these grass tops have a 1 in 16 chance of dropping a rupee. Okay, here we go. Here are my rupees. All right, let's go.
You really want to get as many as you can on the beach because it's like, I think 25 or 50%.
Yeah.
Much better.
Oh, the shopkeeper's not happy with me. Oh my gosh, he killed me. The run is dead. Do I have time to reset?
No, you just have to continue, thief. Commit. But yeah, this is an intentional part of the game. Intended, even, because there's special things that happen when you steal from the shop. You get renamed Thief, and everything but your file name. And you get shot. You get zapped by lightning. But now that we've stolen some really good items, we're gonna go in and we're gonna go get this lovely little Yoshi doll. Oh wait, magic powder. What is this? What's going on here? This isn't how we normally play this game. You're supposed to go get the mushroom and give it to the witch.
A cool little trick I can do right here. Hopefully I get it. I got it. Cool. So that's called a bomb trigger. You guys want to take over that?
Yeah.
So a bomb trigger is basically you place a bomb before and after a transition, or you can do it into a pit less than like 4 frames apart, I think.
Yeah.
And it basically, in short, just causes whatever event can happen on screen to happen a lot of the time. And that'll be useful for a lot more intense things later.
And it's really interesting how some things will stop it from happening, like a certain enemy being on screen, for example, or, I don't know, shooting an arrow anywhere in the area that you are.
Yeah, and so there's gonna be more instances of like the bomb triggers I did there were like they only saved just a little bit of time. There will be bomb triggers later on where the bomb triggers really break the game. So this is the first dungeon. It's called Tail Cave. Pretty easy dungeon. The item of the dungeon is the Rock's Feather, which allows you to jump. But then there's also some other tricks that you can do with the Rock's Feather that these guys are gonna talk about.
Yeah, and unlike most Zelda games, you can jump of your own free will. That's the best trick of all. Can't tell you how many times I've been playing Link to the Past and went, man, if only I could jump. That'd make this game so much better. Just jumping.
I'm sure that, like, I have literally, like, while playing A Link to the Past, been like, wait, I can't jump. This is terrible. Because I played this game before I played Link to the Past.
Yeah, I was watching a guy playing Link to the Past yesterday and just sitting there going, man, if only you could jump. I wonder if there's some better game out there where you could jump. Just constantly needling him about it. But now that we have the Rux Feather, I think.
Yes.
We're going to be doing some interesting jumping. So, did you know, for example, that if you go into a wall and jump away from it, you actually play Mirror's Edge for a second, and you jump off the wall? That's known as a super jump. What we do is we clip into the wall, because hitboxes are interesting. Even more interesting is the architecture of dungeons, because every wall is a ledge. And you just fall off the ledge, taking you even further than you thought possible.
Nice.
Oh, that was good. That was real good. Well, smooth.
Yeah, so Link's Awakening, in general, are known to have some of the toughest fights. So you'll be seeing some strats where what becomes some really tough fights become really trivial. But Moldorm there was actually a hard fight. You can fall down and you have to reset the fight. He gains all of his health back. You don't, and you lose quite a bit of time.
Honestly, the hardest boss in the game, just because you just take so much damage and it's so finicky. Actually trying to get away from his big head and hitting him.
And you don't have a lot of heart to start out with, so you could die pretty easily.
Yeah, or, like, you could get knocked into a pit and then you would have to restart the fight. Thankfully, there is a fallback for that, and, like, the game puts you in a 2D section if you fall in the pits on either side of Moldorm, and if you jump back up immediately after going in there, you will just come back up the stairs. That would, like the stairs in the room before Moldorm, and you can try again super fast.
It's worth noting, I think in Link's Awakening original, that breaks the game. That sends you out of bounds and disqualifies your run. Don't do that in old Link's Awakening.
Yeah, it sends you to, garbled out of boundsness. So and yes, this is the Japanese version of the game for the person in chat who asked.
The Japanese version gets away with certain things, like, for example, just pressing the B button to skip the dialogue that said, hey, there's something really bad, you should go talk to Madam Meow Meow. Where that's like 12 or 15 text boxes of what I just said repeated 2 to 3 times.
Yeah, and that's actually not just a Japanese thing. It works for all but English. But Japanese just has the fewest the fewest amount of text, which is why the Japanese is preferred. But also, more importantly, we're playing on 1.0 for some of these tricks that we're doing.
And now we have become an assassin, sent here to destroy the King Moblin by Madame Meow Meow. Just a little bit of dodging, a little bit of spin attack. As in a lot of Zelda games, the spin attack is just stronger than just regular slashing him. It allows you to get it nice 2-cycle in and save the mutt. That's a dog. It's 100% a dog.
That's what all dogs look like.
This is the ideal form of a dog. Just like Kirby is friend-shaped, this is dog-shaped. Now, we use this tree here to clip into the wall and just slip past that rock because text boxes push you up a bit. It's a very, very interesting thing to not have to go all the way around. It just saves a lot of time. Now here we are, Dungeon 2. Lighting some torches, playing the game. Nothing untoward's going on here.
Oh, okay. Should be fine. This route can only waste 1 arrow, so I have to not waste any more arrows.
Yeah, arrows are really important. There's a blink and you miss it moment earlier where M-Chan used arrows on the mini-boss of Dungeon 1, and it was blink and you miss it. You might want to watch kind of close in about, I don't know, what, 30 seconds?
By 30 seconds, we mean now. Boom! There we go.
My god, he's dead. You've killed him.
So difficult.
Basically, in short, arrows are super effective against some of the early mini-bosses in this game, which is why we go steal the bows super early.
Ridiculously overpowered, and we get it for free with absolutely no repercussions.
Yeah.
I can't read Japanese, so I don't know that they're calling me thief. You know, it's a one-shot if you hit him twice with it. And now, for the hardest puzzle in the game, kill the Pole's Voice, the Keys, and the Stalfos to get the big key.
Big key. You've been playing a little too much Link to the Past lately, I guess.
I've been playing a lot of things that aren't Link's Awakening. I've been playing a lot of Zelda games. Look, the bunny is evil. Anybody who's played original Legend of Zelda knows those bunnies deserve no mercy. And of course, we're in the genie fight now, who is very annoying. He's in a bottle. We have to throw the bottle against the wall 3 times in order to get rid of him. Or at least to get rid of it, and then we can actually attack him. But what if we didn't? What if we just clip into the wall, throw it so that way the pop breaks instantly, and just bomb him? Because not only do we shoot out giant ballista arrows that 2-tap or most at things in the game, we have bomb arrows in this game. We did it first, not Twilight Princess.
And definitely not Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
You have to get bomb arrows in more games than that, right? Like an iconic weapon. Look, there's a grenade on a stick. It's coming straight at you.
Yeah, it's like you get to shoot bombs at things. It's cool. And you could use it to blow open walls from across the room.
It occurs to me, unfortunately late, that there should be a photosensitivity warning.
Yeah, fortunately with the FPS of the stream, it's not that bad, but it could still be kind of problematic for some people.
Yeah. So whenever we go to the Mad Batter to do an upgrade, photosensitivity warning. Screen flashes. It'll also do that when we get the 3rd song for the ocarina. But we go over there, we upgrade our... What do we do first?
Bombs.
We do bombs, right?
Yes, yes.
So now we hold just a sickening amount of bombs. We have satchel charges at this point. And we can do that for 3 items. We can do that for our arrows. We can do that for our bombs. We can do it for magic powder. Oh, all the magic powder. That'll be useful.
And so I actually said no there on the first option because he wants to upgrade powder first. And we actually upgrade powder last because we don't use powder very often, and so we try to upgrade our bombs and arrows as early as we can, and after a certain point, our bomb and arrow count management isn't as precise anymore. We just get so much.
I think explicitly we use it 6 times. No, 7.
Yeah.
Because you do Dungeon 2, all 3 upgrades brings you to 4. 5 for Color Dungeon mini boss. 6 for one of the nightmares.
That's about it.
Yeah. Very, very useful item. We said knowing that we could skip it if only we knew how to get into Dungeon 2.
Alright, so coming up is a really big sequence break. It's called Villa Skip. So let's go ahead and talk about this.
So normally, what you would do is you'd go get 5 golden leaves for Richard and then go into the back of his house. But really, why bother when we could just, again, play Mirror's Edge and jump over a pit? Pausing to buffer so that way when we fall, it doesn't make us fall. And then we just hold down to transition. So now we picked up a golden leaf, but that's actually the key for Dungeon 3.
It's very well disguised.
So that basically just skips the entirety of Candlelit Castle. Shoutouts to Alpha 5. And so that saves like 7 minutes of the run right away.
He must be just so mad. His face is turning red, like the tunic you guys should donate to. Donate to Red Tunic. We still have time to just make it a shutout.
And you might be wondering why in 100% we would skip at Candlelit Castle, because like, it has items in it, right? Surely you would have to get them. Well, the D3 key actually replaces the golden leaves, so it doesn't really matter if you get them or not. So we can just go ahead and skip it.
It's an interesting definition of 100% we have. For example, we don't have to collect all of the secret seashells. We just have to collect the 20 that we need to get the sword upgrade. But now we're in Dungeon 3. What a good dungeon.
Also, I should mention the thing that he did just a few seconds ago to get that seashell, where he went over the water. That is called Jesus jumping. And in Link's Awakening DX, you can actually jump onto water, and then you can basically just time a bunch of pause buffers, and then once like it shows a little bit of splashing around Link, you can jump, and then you can also use this to do screen transitions, which is what he did there. And he used that to grab that seashell. And I think it's like it used a bit more like prominently in some of the other runs, but I thought I should mention it here.
Ooh. So what just happened right there was M-Chan clipped into the wall, jumped up, did a spin attack. Well, super jumped off the wall, then did a spin attack, clinked off of the Dodongo. That is Dodongo skip, or, you know, a different, less publicly clean skip.
Let's just say Dodongo skip. But yeah, we get to see it again right there.
Yeah, easy. We skip having to get most of the keys in Key Cavern. Just clip through that block there.
Should be worth noting, I killed a bunch of enemies early on, and that's because right now I have a power-up called Piece of Power. It's a power-up exclusive to Link's Awakening. Go ahead, and would you guys like to explain Piece of Power?
So, Piece of Power is a power-up that Link can get after killing like 25 enemies, I think, without being hit?
No, not without getting hit. That's
Oh.
Guardian Acorn.
Yeah, I forgot. Anyway, once Link kills like 25 enemies without, when Link hits 25 enemies without like saving and quitting or anything, because that would reset it, he gets a piece of power, and that does two things. It doubles his attack damage with the sword, and it also allows Link to move just a bit faster. And the piece of power is useful here because it makes the Slime fight a lot faster.
Yeah, that's the main reason. It saves 10 seconds in that fight.
Gosh, I really wonder if there is a way to just permanently have some of these upgrades that you get from Piece of Power.
Yeah, I truly wonder. Like,
By the way, donate for Red Tunic.
Oh my god.
like yeah, Red Tunic. Donate for Red Tunic.
I'm not going to talk about the negatives, because of course there are no negatives for more power. We have never heard that lesson from Dragon Ball. Yeah, we're going around, cleaning up a bit, grabbing some heart containers before we head to the next dungeon. Watching a man be accosted by bees.
Sorry, no.
Not good. Not even for the content. So now we trade the stick that we totally got by getting into Candlelit Castle, which we totally did the trade sequence for. And we got Honeycomb. I wonder what we used the Honeycomb for.
Yeah, that honeycomb is used for something, I think.
Yeah, I wonder. What can we use honeycombs for? Would we, like, sweeten some kind of stew with?
Whatever.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that you can sweeten stew with honeycomb. I wonder if that's true.
That sounds like one of those Muse under the truck things. Only in a dream would that make sense. It's a big honeycomb, yeah. So again, just going around collecting some stuff, moving on to the next part of the game, where we're gonna go to a much better rabbit instead of the Pole's voice. Terrible creatures. We have real rabbits. Actual bunnies. This is Animal Village. A bear. Asking if he could take this honeycomb for stew and trade us for a pineapple. I think the pineapple would work better in the stew, honestly.
And it goes on pizza.
Yeah, Hawaiian pizza's delicious, man. If anybody says otherwise, well, you should donate to Red Tunic.
No.
So now that we've done that, we've gone back to Mob Village, and we're gonna go get some stuff. Mob Psycho Village.
I think in all seriousness, it's pronounced Mabe, but no one can seem to truly agree on that, especially not English speakers.
We need some developer feedback on here. But we picked up an ocarina in a dream. In a dream? In a dream.
Dreamception.
Whoa. Ooh, that was bad. And now we're gonna go to the best part of the run. Fishing. Peaceful. Relaxing.
At least the fishing minigame in Link's Awakening DX is a lot less awful than the fishing minigame in the remake.
Yeah, in the remake you play it 6 times. And it's random. Which, actually, it's, I actually saw a comment earlier if any of these tricks work in the remake, and the answer is no. The remake and this version are completely different.
Yeah, the remake has its own broken mess of glitches that you can do.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, if you want to see that, then, like, just go watch an any % run on the Switch remake. It gets pretty bonkers.
It's a nice mouse taking a picture inside somebody's window.
There is
there's
privacy on Koholint Island.
nonsense. So we bonk this tree, get a nice seashell. Everyone totally knew that tree had a seashell in it when we were kids. And now we're gonna go down to the beach, have a nice conversation.
Alright, this is the best part of the game here. Did you know that these seagulls in this cutscene fly around randomly each time?
You deserve getting Red Tunic. I hope you know that.
I did not actually know that the seagulls flying were random. Like, that's just a random thing to have random generation on. I'm saying random a lot.
It's pretty random of you.
I mean, yeah, I think it's kind of random. Totally, like, not intentional or anything. Just being a little random here.
Alright, and then we have picked up Marin. And then we're gonna go jump in a well with her.
Yeah. You know, just normal things to do with a girl that you picked up on a beach.
Well, technically, she picked you up on a beach.
We're just returning the favor, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, hey, who cares about details, right?
No, they can't. Sorry.
Frog-faced Link. I forgot. Yeah, we have this nice little date sequence where we go around. And these are date, missable photos that you can only get while you have Marin with you. Just unfortunate if you forget them.
Yeah.
Here's why. Go ahead.
Thankfully, there's only like 3 photos with Marin, and they're all within a relatively concentrated area.
This is why Terran deserved to have the bees attack you. But no, had to skip it.
He probably got stung. His nose is red in that picture.
Man, maybe he was sick.
Alright, so coming up is Walrus Skip. It's less important in this category, but in a lot of other categories, Walrus Skip is a pretty significant trick. It's soft lock potential, but not soft lock potential here, because we have Marin with us. This only saves about a few seconds doing Walrus Skip here, pretty much it's just a bomb trigger that spawns the cutscene early. In any % you do this to skip the entire dating sequence, but it's also soft lock potential if you do it incorrectly. So here I would soft lock, but I have Marin with me, so I don't have any risk of soft locking.
Oh, Walrus isn't coming up. Alright, so we're gonna grab another heart container back here. Of course, why would we do anything intentionally? We're just gonna bomb trigger it.
Yeah, you're supposed to have the hook shot here, but no thank you. Alright, so coming up is a particular room. I don't know what's in this room, but I just shoot arrows in here anyway because it's fun.
If you haven't done it yet, which you probably have, you should absolutely throw for content. Disappointed in you.
But yeah, like, I have absolutely no idea what was on that screen. We just shoot arrows in there because it's tradition or something.
Yeah. We have just a little bit too much arrows. We just gotta throw away some arrows for a little bit here.
And I saw a question in chat. What's the bid war cutoff? It's when we enter Color Dungeon, Dungeon 0, which I believe is the dungeon after the next one.
Yes.
If I'm remembering the route right.
Yeah. Yes.
It's been a while. A bit rusty. So now we're gonna go over here. We're gonna get accosted. There's this owl that keeps on bugging us. At least he doesn't make us suffer by saying, "Did you understand?" No? Okay. I guess I'll just repeat everything I said again. And as you slowly get more annoyed, you continue pressing no. You're mashing. Giant worm? Living in a sand pit? I didn't know this was a Tremors game.
So we do need all 3 songs as part of 100%. We normally skip all the songs in any percent, but we have to get all the songs here. So here's the first of 3 songs. This is Battle of the Windfish, which you need to beat the game, usually.
Only in this category.
Oh, I almost said no, and then I would have lost a minute there.
But you could have said no. You should have said no.
Alright, so, in case you haven't noticed, this is the longest stretch in the game without doing a dungeon, and now we're actually gonna finally do a dungeon.
Thank goodness. I was worried that Nintendo would make a Zelda game that didn't have many dungeons. And you'd just go with long stretches of time with just little mini dungeons.
Yeah, what kind of dungeon is that? Or what kind of Zelda game is that?
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I can't believe it would do that.
Yeah.
I sure hope they don't do that.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot something. Let me go back a little bit here. This is a common thing that is a kind of a trap that Link's Awakening speedrunners will run into, and that is forgetting to open the dungeon here, and you lose quite a lot of time if you realize at the very end that you forgot to open the dungeon.
I really like this bit. This is a good bit.
Alright, just kidding. This is actually faster. Because look at this, I'm back at the mountain.
I get a brief snippet of best song, then we're forced to just leave it behind.
Alright, coming up is Worst Trick. So let's see if I get this.
I expect you to at least make an effort.
So that's called obstacle skip. It saves a quarter of a second. We do it twice, so if you do it both times and you save half a second, it's not worth it.
It's always worth it. How dare you? Intend your tricks, M-Chan. Thank goodness. That water was getting so bright on my eyes. The blue really hurt to look at. On a related note, if you don't want to see blue this entire run, because it really is just grating on the eyes, you should donate to Red Tunic. We still have some time to just completely ensure that M-Chan gets power, though. That's a butt sword. And the mouse is dead.
Rest in pieces.
We'll never see them again. More blue. It hurts.
No, not more blue.
Ugh.
If you want to stop seeing blue, you should donate for Red Tunic.
Ah, see, that's how you do it. Even the person with a blue name is getting in on it.
Oh no.
I am secretly a double agent, and you did not hear me say that on a stream with 10,000 people.
It's fine, because rubies, sapphires, and emeralds are all just the same mineral. It's just a different pigment.
This is true, actually.
Secretly, you were ruby this entire time. But yeah, there's not much horribly interesting going on in D4 at the moment.
Cross jump that I did earlier, pretty much sequence breaks half the dungeon right away.
Just a little manipulation while you jump. It's air control, you know, like playing Titanfall.
But there is a really cool super jump here that hopefully I'll get here. Oops, hold on. Okay. Okay, just like that. So you can recoil off the P-hat while you're super jumping, and it'll take you straight to the boss, to the Nightmare Key.
There is another slightly faster way to do that. That looks really sick if you can pull it off.
And then this is the hardest boss in the game. Yes, I did it!
Ah, fishing. So now, with the fish dead, unfortunately anglerfish were an endangered species, and MJN, I'm sorry, you're gonna be fined.
I love fishing with bombs.
Ah, the state of Alabama salutes you. But we're coming up on the cutoff for that donation incentive for making sure that M-Chen takes Red Tunic
Yeah, you still got
against
a little bit
his
of time.
will. And here is second song. It's a very nice song. It's Manbo's Mambo.
Yes, please make sure my double agency against the color blue actually pays off.
So this is Mambo's Mambo. It's a song that allows you to warp to Mambo's Pond right by Crazy Tracy's hut, or in a dungeon warps you back to the beginning of the dungeon. We only use the song about a few times because we are allowed to save and quit in this category.
Oh. Oh, indeed. So now we're swimming over here to this cave, totally innocuous. We're just gonna dive right there and get the heart piece. Wow.
That's Heart Piece of Shame number 2 in the remake, because sometimes you want to grab that heart piece if you're low on health.
So, when do you go get the heart piece on the other side of Canalit?
Much later.
Alright, just making sure. There are 26 in total?
Yeah.
And once you get the sword upgrade in this game, the seashells turn into rupees. So now we have a ghost following us. This is great.
Yeah, real quick, I'm gonna do this bomb trigger, which allows me to skip a few more steps of the training sequence, and then coming up, I opened up a metronome program that allows me to time this next trick easier, so hopefully I can get it. I'm gonna slight series time for a few seconds here. Nice! First try.
Woo, congrats.
I was unaware that we used metronome programs for this now.
Okay,
thought we
but then
just
up
still
next
went
is
for it.
early lens, so go ahead and talk about this.
So this trick is terrible. This trick is awful. So we're going to put ourselves in a specific spot here, and this Zora is going to shoot us when the little fireball comes to a certain distance away from us. We're going to hop off this ledge, then use the recoil from destroying the fireball to land on the ledge, and then do a super jump over it. All of this is, you know, pretty tight. In addition, the ghost can just royally screw us by putting up a text box and just rinsing all of our hopes and dreams. So there we go, we got the magnifying lens early. Skipping almost every section of the trade sequence.
And then we never have to worry about the trade sequence ever again.
Yeah, well, there's one more step technically, but yeah.
Oh, it's that mouse that died in the mountains.
Keeps coming back, I swear. Can't get rid of him.
George Romero
No, not
would be
really.
proud. And we've stolen a man's boat. We really want to get off this island. So, with that done, the ghost is following us because he really just wants to go on a tour of the lower half of the island. The very start of Dungeon Zero is the cutoff. I'm afraid of you asking that questions, intro. We didn't fish his corpse.
Alright,
We're
so,
innocent, the fisherman did.
yeah, so the ghost appears after beating the 4th dungeon, and we have to bring him back to his house and then to his grave. It's about a 3-minute side quest, but this is required because we have to do, there's a picture that involves him. Otherwise, in every other category, you try to do a different dungeon order just to make him not spawn. Alright, so this is the very last step of the trading sequence here, which is this cave over here. If you have the magnifying lens, then you can see this Goria, and he'll give you the boomerang for whatever is equipped on your B button, which in this case I'm going to equip the shovel, because I do not need the shovel anymore.
Yeah, everyone gives him the shovel. Like, I think you could give him, like, the sword or, like, the hookshot or something, but, like...
You can't do anything that has, like, a level or a quantity, I think. So you could do the feather, you could do the boots, you could do the shovel.
Fall down, yeah.
Well, yeah, but, like, doing any of those items would basically, like, either cause severe problems with trying to finish the rest of the game, or it would just make it impossible.
And the boomerang, unlike most other Zeldas, is really strong in this game. Like, whew! My
Boomerang
goodness.
is OP. Like, I love getting it as the first item in a randomizer, because that's happened a couple of times, and, like, yeah, it's a happy moment. Because, like, that boomerang is, it can 1 or 2 hit most enemies in the game.
Photosensitivity warning, we're gonna get another upgrade. So, avert your eyes.
So we're gonna upgrade arrows next here. From here on out, I had 0 arrows earlier. Now I'm back to 60, so I do not have to worry about arrows anymore. And we're gonna use Mumbo's song for the first time, and go back to Crazy Tracy's hut. And really soon, the bid war is cutting off.
Like a minute.
If you want to snipe, this would be a great opportunity.
You should start going now. Like, right now. And reminder, Red Tunic is the ideal choice. It's power, and who doesn't want more power? We don't even need to talk about what the Blue Tunic does. Because it does nothing. It's just a blue tunic. And tunics don't come in blue. Everyone knows that tunics come in red and green.
And so here's
And
the
maybe-
picture that from the ghost.
And yeah, I know it was mentioned earlier, but like in any percent, we skip the ghosts by doing the dungeons in an unintended order. Because like with some serious shenanigans, you can beat D6 before you go into D4, and I think that prevents the ghost from spawning, doesn't it?
Yep.
Specifically, it's getting the level 2 bracelet prevents it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happens when you do D6 is L2.
And
then...
cut off.
All right, what do we got, Feasel?
I'm sweating, man.
Feasel?
Bueller? Bueller?
Or yeah.
Oh no. Feasel has stepped away.
I think Feasel fell asleep.
This is a really relaxing game.
Okay, so anyway, this dungeon is a color-based dungeon. It was added to this version, and it came back in the remake. Basically, a lot of the puzzles involve matching colors.
Oh. We actually did just get a donation for the tunic.
Okay.
Shall I read it? Got a
Yeah.
$31 donation from Zintro saying because tunic should be blue and pineapple should be on pizza. $31, so that actually puts blue in the lead.
Oh, nice!
Well, that's it. It takes blue. Also, Zintro, we told you if you like pineapple on pizza that you should vote for red. Come on.
Thank you guys so much.
Betrayal. It
The
came from
very
inside
first
the
time
house.
in a marathon, blue wins.
It's not 30
Red
for red.
always-
It's 30.
Red always wins, and now blue gets this time to shine.
Ugh, I need to talk about what blue tunic does. Ugh. Ugh.
So, Blue Tunic basically reduces the damage that Link takes by 50%. And
That's it.
really
It doesn't do anything else cool. You don't get crazy strong. You don't get cool knockback that sends your enemies flying away. You get nothing. All it is half damage that he shouldn't be taking anyways.
Yeah, like... I love the color blue, but like we kind of got snubbed by the devs when they made the blue tunic. Like, come on, at least give us something cool with it. And then if I remember right, in the remake, they still didn't do anything cool with it.
No. Well, they wouldn't change that here. I forget though. Which one do you get in Link to the Past that's crazy? Because they do red and blue tunic there, but one of them is like you take quarter damage.
Blue mail is the quarter damage, and then red mail I think is 75%. So.
But New Life. How do we know what a good defense is if we have not used the shield except for like 3 rooms this entire game?
Alright, so in the immediate sense here, you lose 1 input for having to select blue tunic, but basically the tunics in this route, the tunics are mostly preference. Red is in theory half a second faster than blue, but it's so negligible that most people just choose blue.
Yeah.
The downside with red is enemies have more knockback and also more iframes, which it does pose some issues, but there are points where red tunic does save time over blue.
Look at him. Link looks like a corpse. Ah, well. I guess we just have to accept this run of life, don't we? I'm gonna grab this seashell here.
Alright, Alright, so this is Signpost Maze, a very unexciting part of the run here. We just have to go from sign to sign without reading the wrong sign. This jump sucks here, hopefully I get it. I got it, it's cool.
This is the other point where I'm going to say that there's a photosensitivity warning coming up after we walk down the stairs at the end of Signpost Maze. This one's a bit longer. Also, if you don't like music that's just not good in this game, maybe mute for a bit too.
But I like
frogs,
this song.
Frogs can't sing outside of the Muppets. The only frog that can sing is Kermit. And the frogs in Majora's Mask.
Yeah, but like, Wart from Super Mario Bros. 2 doing 8-bit singing is, not great, really.
It is in the remake, because he's Splatoon.
Yeah, so the screen flickers quite a lot, but yeah, it flickers at 60 FPS, but the stream's at 30 FPS, so it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, so you need 300 rupees for this song, and this is the last point in the game where we need rupees.
That was a ripoff. We could have put those 300 rupees towards Red Tunic.
They made this song much better in the remake, and I love it.
I'll be honest, never played Super Mario RPG, so I can't speak to those tadpoles.
You should. It's my favorite game.
It's a long game, though.
Alright, but so now we're going to get the last, or well, not last, but one of the worst heart pieces as far as finding it, because I don't know how anybody finds this casually.
They go exploring. That's it. That's the only way.
I think it was like Nintendo trying to make you buy a game guide kind of thing.
I mean, could be.
Yeah, and then we save and quit so we don't have to swim all the way back to this portal.
Man, you should swim all the way back to the portal, though.
Slow.
We're here to entertain people, not to be fast.
The speed
Despite
run.
don't read what
the channel's called SpeedGaming.
I was about to say don't read the title. We're here for entertainment and raising money for charity. Rolling Link. That's entertainment. There's a mouse again, somehow dry, somehow talking.
And he's
These zombies
white
are
for
getting
some
really
reason.
intelligent. Now, what are we doing? We going to Dungeon 6?
Well, we gotta get the key for it.
Yeah, but that's easy.
Alright, here we go. So, I'm, known for, like, whenever I run this at marathons for dying in this part, but, since I have so much health and I have Blue Tunic, maybe I don't have to die here.
But you should, though. For the content. By the way, this is, I believe, our 20th seashell?
Yes.
So, at some point, we're gonna go back to the Seashell Mansion and get a sweet lightning seashell sword. It's also worth noting that while you can't vote for Red Tunic anymore, you can donate to many other exciting things for this marathon. I believe someone did a Chrono Trigger naming one? That was interesting. And of course, as usual, when fighting knights, just use a bow. Look, just learn from Fire Emblem. Ranged weapons are OP.
Yeah, so with the combination of wall clipping and the shield, you can just get move past these Armos pretty easily. Normally they do 2 hearts of damage, but with Blue Tunic you don't have to worry about that.
Also, regarding incentives, if you want to look at a list of them, go to speedgaming.org/incentives, and there is a full list of them.
While we're walking through Dungeon 6, because it's not the most exciting thing to start. It's just walking, doing some stuff. A little bit of jamming here and there. Next up, actually, is the Pokemon Puzzle Challenge Bid War. You get to choose between Cyndaquil, Totodile, and Pikachu. Nobody should pick Pikachu. Go pick Totodile. Totodile's a good bean. We have a hand cam for Sion-Sorium? How do you pronounce that? Ooh. An upgrade to Cadence of Hyrule. That's a pretty good one. And really, I'm looking through this because Dungeon 6 is just... half of this is place bombs, use boomerang, hold up and left in this room. Cry a bit when you get the Wizard's off pattern, but not this time. And get a level 2 bracelet, which just lets you pick up heavier things and stuff slightly faster, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Very slightly faster. All the interesting stuff in this dungeon is in the back half anyways.
Yeah, the second half of D6 is much more interesting. It gets kind of crazy.
Yeah, this dungeon is normally the longest in the game without too many major sequence breaks, but with these glitches, we cut the length of the dungeon by a lot.
This dungeon is so fun with glitches. Like, there's actually like a segment of it that we do backwards. It's cool.
Yeah, so we're actually doing the dungeon backwards right now.
And through the power of super jumping, we could just jump
y'all
up and over
know
walls.
that you can open up chests with pots.
I mean, yeah. Pots can do anything.
Yeah, I would love to see someone, try to open that chest without a pot.
Very hard. So we did what was called a shack jump.
Yep.
Right there. Where we just kind of transitioned, walked backwards against the key, and did a super jump off the key.
Okay, horse heads. Let's do this. 50% for each one to stand up, which means you have a 25% to get both of them to stand up. First try. I love it.
Hey, congrats.
This is the power of Blue Tunic right here, giving me manipulate my RNG.
Alright. You definitely don't want to fall inside that black hole, because that'll just take you back to the start of the dungeon, and that's slow. I've never seen anybody do that.
Yeah, never.
No, sir.
I think I did it in a randomizer once, but we don't talk about that.
Oh my god, no. Alright, so this is Facade here. Very tough fight here. You just place bombs and you win.
I like them better in the Oracles games.
Yeah, at least the fight's interesting in Oracles.
He at least has other attacks and doesn't wait until the entire room is clear of tiles in order to do other things. I don't know if there's super jump in the remake.
There's not.
I don't think
It's not in the way that it is here.
I mean, there is a thing in the remake where, like, you can get up onto, like, the ledges between rooms because, like, you know, the Link's Awakening remake is 3D, and, yeah, you can actually, like, get up onto the walls between rooms in the dungeons and run around on them. And that's used in any percent a handful of times.
Ah, talking owl.
What was Link doing with that bomb there?
Oh, he was dunking and bumping and dunking and bumping.
Just imagine being a boss and deciding I'm going to be a floor. Yeah, true.
Look, it
Why?
saves us the time from putting him there. He just already is. I don't think this is this photosensitive? This is probably
No,
photosensitive.
it's not that bad. So now with the 20 seashells, we're going to upgrade our sword now. We have the level 2
Oh,
sword.
yeah, that's fine.
So, the power of the sword does not stack with red tunic, which is one of the main, which is actually the main reason why people prefer blue tunic.
Disagree.
All right, so now we're in case you haven't noticed, we did the 6th dungeon before the 5th dungeon, so we're actually gonna go to the 5th dungeon.
Yeah, because we can count in this community. Did 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 6, 5. It's numerically correct, right?
Alright, I'm gonna do a safety save here, because there is a trick that I want to show off that hopefully I can get.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Also, like, is there even a single category in this entire game where you do the dungeons in the intended order?
In the very old any % route, yes, but that's since been obsolete.
It's probably obsoleted by, like, I don't know, like a decade or something.
Because I mean, I think about it and save and crit, wrong word out of bounds.
Oh yes, let's go.
Very nice.
So that's called early hook shot right there. You guys want to talk about how that works? That went by so fast.
Trick also sucks. The way it works is the key drops, and in the next room, it's coded so that way the Master Stalfos drops the hookshot. But the hookshot is a key in the game's back end, so we can just pull the key in from the other room using the boomerang and have that key become the hookshot, and then go back and recollect that key because it wasn't ever collected. It's silly. You have to be lined up quite precisely in order to do it.
Wasn't that trick, like, it found somewhat recently?
No, it's been a thing, but it's been like developed into runs in 2018. Oh come on.
Recent's strong word for anything that we've done with this game.
Yeah, this route's held pretty strong for the past 5 years now.
I think the newest thing that's been added to this route is going into the cave on the way to opening D4.
Yeah,
which is just like optimization.
Yeah, but that's like that's like 4 years old now.
This game's pretty rock solid in routing nowadays.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do a bit of a different route here. I'm gonna do what's called hookshot clipping. You just basically clip in between the block and the pot and mash hookshot like this, and there we go.
Yeah. What are walls?
Yeah,
blocks?
what are walls?
Merely obstacles. That's right. So a little story about this silly hundo route. We had a guy do it a week before the tournament for 100% started, and everyone just was floored because, oh wow, here's a thing that saves like 5 minutes or something silly. Dropped on us right before the tournament started.
That is like top tier trolling, honestly. Like, I wouldn't do that. Just like introduce a major change to a route right before a major tournament, just because it's doing a silly.
So that was Slimeal. I just used the hookshot, pulled him out of the wall, stabbed him a bunch. And we get a marimba? Yeah, it's the wind marimba. Good instruments, marimbas. Underutilized in modern music. Now we use the Mambo's Mambo to go back. And we only have 2 dungeons left already. We only have Dungeon 7 and Dungeon 8.
Yeah, this game goes by so fast really quickly.
Now we get to hear the best song in the game for an extended amount of time. Thank goodness.
So, coming up is a very well-known trick called Rooster Skip. So it is a double frame perfect trick where you use what's known as hookshot jumping, where if I jump on the frame, the hookshot retracts, then I will get another jump in while I'm over a pit. Alright, sorry. So hopefully it goes well. If I fail it, then I lose like 40 seconds. So hopefully I don't lose 40 seconds.
Didn't even jump. Didn't even. Can you believe this guy, chat? Get a load of this guy.
Actually, I'm gonna safety save because I'm scared.
Oh, take the fall. Be brave, man. It's only a pit. What is it gonna do to you? You have blue tunic. You can't even take damage. It's like you're wearing hoplite armor.
Link with blue tunic can fly over pits.
Nice!
This is an interesting time to mention that our menus are interesting in this game, where if you open the item menu, it's 1 frame to buffer, and if you open the map, it's 4?
Yeah.
I believe?
Yeah.
So using a combination of that, we can basically do almost anything buffered in this game. It's just kind of slow.
Yeah, you can do it without buffers, but it's much harder. So now we just have to make our way to the 7th dungeon, Eagle's Tower.
Also, just for reference, nobody intentionally does unbuffered Rooster Skip. I mean, I'm sure that, like, you could do it, but why would you? Like,
I definitely remember people doing it intentionally. I didn't think it was a good idea at the time. Ah, the sound.
Alright, so this dungeon, many people remember this dungeon as being one of the worst dungeons to go through in a casual playthrough, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. But first off, this diagonal boomerang shot cuts the dungeon already in half, as we get the mirror shield right off the bat here.
Useful item, we're not even going to use it, I think.
No. Unless you're Crunchy Lex.
Slip through here, avoiding the very large wrecking ball that doesn't have anything to do with the mechanics of this dungeon. And we're just going to use bombs to control demolition all of these pillars. You know, we use modern methods in modern times. We don't need wrecking balls. That's silly.
but yeah, remember bomb triggers? Well, this is one of, like, the super big uses of them.
That was pretty good.
100%.
That was pretty smooth.
Alright, and then coming up we have another trick. It's called Goomba Surf.
Oh, God.
So it's a 25% chance for this trick to work, and I could lose a lot of time here pretty easily.
But yeah, there's like...
Ooh, I love it!
There's like a 25% chance of the Goombas actually going in the direction you want them to. And, yeah, if they don't go where you want them to, it can waste a lot of time.
Yeah, so now we're going to be fighting Evil Eagle. Fighting is a strong word for what we're about to do. And hit him once with a hook shot, look down, and... What's that sound? What's going on here? By God, he's dead. You killed the bird. He only got two sections of screen time.
Yeah, so that happens if you basically save and quit without seeing a warp portal at all. In the no save and quit run, you do something different with the Eagle instead, because you can't do that same trick in no save and quit.
What it essentially does is it removes the floor. Because normally there's like a floor where your menu is.
Yeah, something like that. And then right there, what I just did there, if you buffer your save menu as you fall off the ledge, then you can move while you're falling down. Allows me to, which skips the trip of having to climb all the way back to the mountain again just to get over here.
Now we're just going to be, doing a bit of walking. Doing a little bit of running, a little bit of hookshotting. Avoiding lovely maidens who need rescuing, right? Right? You're gonna do it the cool way, right?
Sorry.
Utterly disappointed.
Yeah, so what he's talking about, there's a trick called Zoomerang. It doesn't save a lot of time, but it looks really cool if you get it, where you just go really fast with the boomerang.
Every day we stray further from the way this run should be. We pick up Blue Tunic, we get all our RNG lining up for us, we don't even do Zoomerang. What happened? Where did we go wrong? Photosensitivity warning.
Alright, so we're finally gonna upgrade powder here.
And yes, our only date here is speed.
I need to zoom in on Link's ears. He's wearing headphones just listening to Eurobeat.
Alright, so this is flame skip right here. If you just clip into the wall, and you won't get knocked back as much by the flamethrower right there, and then you can just go right through the flamethrower.
You know, who needs a level 2 shield? Certainly not us. Now another bomb trigger here, because why would he need to play any instrument aside from the bomb?
The bomb is the best musical instrument.
Just ask Tchaikovsky.
Alright, so we're here in Turtle Rock, not to be confused with A Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds.
Hold on, I'm looking up. There have to be other Turtle Rocks.
Alright, and so then this trick here is called Bookshot, because it works because you need to have your hookshot on specifically on the B button, because it has to do with when you use both buttons on the same frame, then one of the buttons have priority, and the B button happens to be have a hookshot on B happens to be the point where like that trick will work. You did see me do it in the 5th dungeon earlier in order to hookshot to the next part quicker, but that trick is required in order to get to Blano easily.
Also, to answer Necrozero's question, no, they're some form of brass instrument, I believe. It really depends on what your definition of a percussion instrument is.
They're a detonation instrument.
Bombastic.
Got outplayed again.
Mm.
Also, really minor thing, but like while he is pushing the little thing that cleans up the lava around, you can actually still jump, and that just saves a few seconds. And also, it looks funny.
There goes the enemy that we should have fought in D4 down. Oh, you know what? Necra has the perfect correction. It's a concussion, not a percussion instrument.
We've all been outplayed here.
Oh. Kudos to chat. Let's give it up for chat.
Shout out to chat, honestly. Love you guys.
Yeah, you guys have been very supportive throughout the marathon. It's great. Alright, this is called Lava Jump, which allows me to clip into that wall so we can super jump over to the boss, and this is Hothead. Very terrible boss.
What do you mean? Things are just starting to heat up.
Ooh, that was a good fight. I love it. So that fight's actually much harder to do fast than I made that look, because Hothead only takes damage in like certain spots. But that was a pretty good fight.
Also, quick note on him Jesus jumping on lava right before going into the boss room. For some reason, like water and lava and stuff actually pull Link down a pixel or two, and you can use that to do a super jump in a wall that you would normally not be able to flip into.
No, that's it. We're just heading to the end of the game. We collected all the instruments, we have all the songs, got all our item upgrades, we finished the trade sequence. Look at that, that's a nice looking inventory.
Alright, so tradition to Link's Awakening speedruns and marathons, we are gonna listen to this music. Alright, so lots to explain here. So you might notice I didn't actually read the book in the library, and that's because if you don't do that, then the path is always the same here in the egg. It is left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up. And then
I was very worried for a second.
The nightmare fights. I will let you guys take over the nightmare fights. There's a lot to explain a nightmare fight.
Oh boy, is there. So, the Nightmare fight is made up of several fights in sequence, starting out with the Nightmare Blob, which is an enemy that we fought in Dungeon Zero, who we are probably going to just stick in the wall and stab to death. Contrary to just the way you're supposed to do, which is pouring powder on. It's also worth noting that we did a bomb trigger in here, so that way we could skip the intro cutscene to this fight.
And it also turns off the boss music, which is really important because this game is jank and the music rolls RNG. Do not ask me why, because yeah, it's weird.
It checks out. So you're able to not manipulate, but, well, yeah. If you've played Link to the Past. This is Shadow Aghanim, and he has a 50-50
Okay,
shot of
ball's
actually
fine.
throwing at energy balls, which is good. There is no cap on this like Link to the Past. This is a much worse boss fight overall. So then we have Nightmare Moldorm, who, you know, goes about as clean as you like. Is that a Ganon in my Zelda game? What's going on here?
Never.
And a Shadow and Nightmare Worm that just dies, and we move on to the final boss, Death Eye, Deathel. A dead boss.
Officially Death Eye, but
Okay, time is when I enter the next room. Yeah, and by the way, yes, the boomerang can one-shot this guy. Otherwise, it takes 16 arrows to beat him. Time. 121:19. That is my best marathon time. So I'm really happy with how I played.
huge GG.
Indeed. Good job.
Lots of good RNG, played very well, not very many mistakes. You know, thank you to Matt and Sapphire for hanging out with me during the run.
And thank you for giving me the opportunity to commentate on this, because this is actually my first ever run commentary.
Yeah, and you did great.
Thank you.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
And also, thank you to Feasel and everyone else who behind SpeedGaming for putting together No Kid Hungry. No Kid Hungry is a great organization that you know, you guys are supporting. So thank you guys for supporting the marathon throughout this week. There's a lot of other really cool runs that you guys should check out. And yeah, if you want to know more about the game, I stream this game as well as the remake. So if you'd like to know more, then I stream this game pretty often, as well as other Zelda games. I also stream the Mario games as well, if you like Mario games. And then we also have a really awesome community who's always willing to help people out. We're not a very large community, but we're a community that really enjoys helping people out, starting out. Plenty of cool resources and just a friendly community of people. So that's all I have to say. Do you guys have anything to say?
Not really on my end. Run games. Be happy. Go get a drink and stretch.
I don't think I have anything to say either, other than the credits music in this game is a banger.
Oh yeah, and because unfortunately I died in the run, which means that you will not see the true ending. Marin wishes to be a seagull, but it doesn't come true, unfortunately.
Okay, she didn't exist anyways.
I can't believe we failed Marin.
Sorry.
We didn't. She doesn't exist. She's just not there. How can we fail somebody that was never there to begin with? Look, there are seagulls. Is one of those her? That one's definitely a seagull named Marin up in the top right. Is the windfish named Marin? This whole thing is silly.
So thank you again. Thank you, SpeedGaming, for allowing me to run 3 of my favorite speedruns for this marathon this time. And that is all the runs for me. So with that, I will be signing off, and enjoy the rest of the weekend for more runs showcase here on the No Kid Hungry event.